advice lead to Reform UK, and he gave a very good interview. Bo, who's also a Reform UK candidate, post over at Overseas, he said, I would be quite circumspect about anyone who can't express themselves accurately, clearly, and matters with great sensitivity when asked would Lee Anderson be allowed to join the Tory, not Tory party, Reform UK, green slip. And then Constantine Kissett, who's a friend of the show, Constantine said, Lee Anderson said was stupid and extremely unhelpful. He's given the media and political class a story they need to avoid talking about the real issue. He should apologise to Khan. Constantine also put up a Substack post that asked what most people recognise that what Lee Anderson said is either inaccurate or a serious allegation requires further evidence. Okay. Requires further evidence, right?
You see what's funny with apologising? It's always unidirectional. It's always from people who are from the centre and to the right who apologise to leftists.
Yeah, because it's an open power.
And leftists never apologise for anything.
No, they actually just openly co-opt the most radical elements in their midst to shift the open window in their dialectical direction.
Yes, and I think that this shows one of the main contradictions of the way multiculturalism is treated right now. Because it's not a cure for...
No way, it's Eric Halverson being a matchmaker. It's like commanding that the dominant nation go to the World Fair and just simply celebrate the existence of the fair rather than have their own stall. Not quite. So here's the evidence that Sadiq Khan was controlled by his pretty extensive actually. First of all, he defended Louis Farrakhan, the man who's Jews termites, and called white people devils. He said Hitler was a very great man. He applied for a UK visa in 2001, and Khan decided to defend it on rights grounds. 171 case. Maybe it's just a blip. Now, it actually turns out it's got a massive history of it that was uncovered around the London mayoral election. So Sadiq Khan consulted for the defence of Zacharias Mouassi, only person to be convicted in the US for 9/11. While he never met Mouassi, he is pictured on camera meeting his mother. Here, we have a footage of this. They're strolling down the street. Her name is Aika El-Wafi.
Yeah, he's a human rights lawyer doing human rights.
Yeah, just so happens to only take Islamist cases.
I'm sure he's taken cases for, the English Liberation Army, and they've been doing it. No, they don't exist. No.
Quite curious, that one, isn't it? Anyway, back to the Times article. It turns out that he didn't meet Mouassi only on technicality, because Mouassi actually filed by name to meet Sadiq Khan, and a judge had shot it down. So he would have met him if a judge hadn't intervened. Also, Times reports, on July 12, 2003, less than 2 years before he became an MP, Khan attended the first captives conference, which was agitating for the release of terror suspects from Guantanamo Bay. The event was organised by the Islamic Observation Centre, run by Yasser al-Siri, who came to the UK in 1994 after being sentenced to death in Egypt for a plot to kill a former Prime Minister and a car bomb, which actually killed a 12-year-old girl. Al-Siri was a member of Islamic Jihad, run by Ayman al-Zawahiri, who became Osama bin Laden's deputy in Al-Qaeda. On September 2002, al-Siri attended an event at Abu Hamza's Finsbury Park Mosque to celebrate the first anniversary of 9/11. I'm sure they were all just mourning it. In 2002, al-Siri was charged in America with assisting Omar Abdel Rahman, the blind sheikh who orchestrated the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. He was convicted in 2005. Reminder, Sadiq Khan was sharing the stage with these people. Alongside al-Siri, Khan was on stage with Sajil Abu Ibrahim, also known as Sajil Shahid, who was a member of the later proscribed terror group Al-Majroo. He ran a terrorist camp in Pakistan, whose graduates included Mohammed Sadiq Khan, the perpetrator of the 7/7 bombings in London. Khan also spoke alongside Imam Suleiman Ghani, the Times report on the night of the Paris massacres, having joined a campaign for an Islamic State. Now, Ghani denied this. David Cameron had highlighted this connection beforehand, and so did Defence Secretary Michael Fallon, who both apologised for drawing this connection. Now, I will draw attention to the fact that in 2023, Ghani went and holidayed in Afghanistan with the Taliban. Now, I know some people have also done this, but...
hey, they were a terrorist group back then, not anymore.
Sure. If you've got potential connections to ISIS, and you've got potential connections to Sadiq Khan, Sadiq Khan's got connections to other terror groups, and this gentleman decided to give an interview on the Taliban state-owned TV channel, RTA, and he's also an NHS-funded cleric, I might raise some eyebrows as to whether or not this is appropriate. Don't worry, the Tories are coming to the rescue. Richard Drax, a Tory MP for South Dorset, where Ghani is employed, said, "I am not sure this is a wise or proportionate move." Is it all you can manage? That it? Wise or proportionate? Again, Islamists literally in our institutions connected to the London mayor